making sure that Sentinels didn't do a re-clear of B main. So no breach util, no sky util, and now the pressure's on Bang.
Walking up and exploding out onto the side. Bang is under that tremendous pressure, but his util out on either side as well. A bit of a handshake of it and supplementing, assisting. Second trying to come from the side here. Sentinels attempting to float all the way back in. Left down into the 2v2.
John without any flashes to work with.
Spike planted.
Dog re-clearing. Sentinels very aware of the fact that PRX is going to try to get aggressive into areas like that spawn push.
Something just trying to go for the reposition, just missed the timing onto it, but bullets are flying forward, smoke propped up. Viper Orb blooms, blossoms, time is ticking, and you can feel it, there's tension in the air. First round is everything. It's how you set the pace. Something not accounted for, barely gets it under control. The damage done to John Q team, and he's managed it still to buy. Saves the day.
There's going to be a crossfire set up of somebody looking to take contact.
It is all the way through main. Still, that fault line's going to be a big connection. Oh, we're getting hot and heavy. Okay, up close and personal. Forsaken, it's going to be dropped, and it calls for the pivot. Instant rotation now, straight through mid, and there's danger here. They don't know if there's a player lurking, but still going to be leading the charge. That's for something, I should say. Putting his body on the line to make sure that they can get that easy access over towards B.
Bang with a classic. Doesn't choose to take the fight early. Waits for reinforcements.
Just trying to take that peek as well when he hears that timing. There's a lot of damage done. Sentinels could still be a problem with these pistols in hand. Pesky, unable to really root them out, but control of the site and the plant down for PRX is a good spot to be in.
Pretty fast flank here going on as well through B main. John took a deep timing down mid.
Fault line, good connection. Satchel backwards, Jing trying to play to a bit of safety here. John has been spotted. Found out initially here, damage being done over tunnel water, top, but in the end, weapons online here for Sentinels, and fast as they goes this time. Yeah, that judge is not going to be getting the value. We've seen Jing just wrecking havoc.
That's
on prior opponents.
Really smart from Zekken though as well. He gets himself deep inside there and just starts spamming because he knows what's coming towards him.
Familiar play for them still. Mid is going to be the goal, and okay, quick little lurk up there. Quickly put down and trade inside there from the right.
I think that favors the defenders actually because you've taken down that A-ramp lurk player.
Yeah, and Sen are out in the open right now. John with the reposition quickly. Zekken might just be tucked to the side, and indeed that is a bit of a punish. Something he sent into that TP. He's going to be taking out Pat. Half of the clearance, it still managed to just wrangle the rifle in time. Snaps it straight to Zekken's head. This is a 2v3 scenario, but still very much winnable. Just depends if they can take out John. He's near-sighted, blinded, a bit of spam as well. Trepidatious trying to be assisted with that util as well from afar. Doesn't help him out though just yet. 2v2 now for PRX. Getting that plant down. No fast play, I should say, from Sentinels here. Making sure to slow it down for now. Grouping up. Still, it's Pat Men inserted into the smoke. He wants to try and dominate this angle here. How does it get cleared? Traded into the 1v1. Bang versus Forsaken. Time is ticking on the spike. Making footsteps, making noise. Util as well. Expended, that is a bit of a catch. Smoke in the back pocket. Going to be covering, obfuscating, forces the issue from Forsaken, but he's biding his time and steps forward for the challenge.
Tried to gamble to try to find.
And a lot of half armor for something to just pluck them out of the picture.
Yeah, that's tough.
Flash forwards, it's going to be that refight attempt here with the Stingers still. Just a 1-for-1. John backs himself away.
Not giving away his position. But also nobody from PRX looking to explore that either. They're going towards Bang and just missed the timing.
Unfortunate. Instant reposition. He's okay, just going to be running around here, and Divide just making sure to get containment going on in mid.
These are the kind of rounds, though, where you've got to give credit to PRX for baiting the play out of Sentinels rather than doing something quick and early themselves. I think in previous tournaments where we've watched PRX, these are sometimes the rounds that are just gutting to watch because you know they need to play with discipline on the anti-eco, and yet they rush things. Now you're seeing patience.
Yeah, Bang can feel it coming out. Turning up the heat onto the side, doesn't really stand a chance there. Too many angles to watch for. Down to the corner, Stinger in hand.
Flawless,
it is.
Essentially.
The rocket into the back, to no avail. Something though. My God, he's doing them dirty. Zekken, crouched down, pounds on the chance to trade that one out, but it's an instant pivot again, PRX. Look at moves across the map.
Look at this gorgeous lurk from Defy. Got himself all the way into A, pulled every rotate over towards B. With double ultimates, they found themselves in a 4v4 where they have the A site completely for free, and Narrate is dead, so no breach ult to be able to go for the retake. Though Zekken has earned his dimensional drift, which will allow them to scout out defensive positions. But I mean, look how many threats are around the map. You've got Jing in a deep spot, Defy in a deep spot. These are all things that Sentinels need to deal with before they can even get close.
Danger lurking around every corner. Smoke in your face. Viper Molly lay down on top of it. Sending the ult flying forwards though. Zekken, as you mentioned, he wants to scout out these positions, but how do you root these players out? They're in every conceivable spot. That's a good start. Defy's going to be dropped. Sees rebounding and flash into the face of Patman, but still he wants to hold his ground in through the back of the site. Support, reinforcements is going to be arriving finally, just in time. Patman is going to be falling in through it, but Forsaken is already there to just fill in the gaps of the play, and his hold is just rock solid. And the slow play continues. Something tremendous value that he's been getting out of this Outlaw. Attack side op has been a bit hit or miss over the course of this tournament, but when he knows he's up against a half armor, a lot of confidence. Sentinels taking a gamble stack.
And this is where we were giving credit to PRX before. They were leading with Something's Outlaw and never walking into the stack.
Oh, this is going to be explosive! Yep. Swinging. They're just trying to chop these players down to the knees. Vulnerable dump. What is that? I mean, the Gatecrash is going to be fading soon enough. Zekken, it's the last one available to him. He's tucked into the corner for now, though, in through hell.
The Zekas are massive.
Pointing the way. Just wrangles barely. Jing gets onto it anyway. Good trade all the way through, and now sight needs to be taken. The Rate's holding it primed. Rolling Thunder is going to be getting ready to go as soon as they hear this one. Patman going for it. That's a flash into the corner, and everybody going to be scattered up into the air. PRX, how the hell do you hold on to this one? Stunned up and taken out. Bang, he's already regained a bit of that control, and ground Patman swinging from the side, and time is running short. PRX got to get a bit of a move on here. They need to claim these kills, but it's all Sentinels. There's a Horn to deal with, and the TV back as well alongside that flash from the Rate, not anticipating it. Forsaken, he just scattered himself into the back. There's an ult from him on top of the Nightfall, cuts away the sound cues. They were not expecting him to stab them in that direction. Now again, PRX asserting themselves fully locked down and rooted in spot onto this site. It's going to be a very difficult task for Sentinels to try and retake.
They need to clear hell first.
All the way forwards here, the clone is going to be taking notice! What is that? Not using too much util now, all grouped up, really testing their own fundamentals and trusting in them that that's going to carry them through. Raw aim. There for Jing, maybe if a better weapon was in the hands of the Ray, he could have handled it still. Zekken's there, there's walls on walls, obfuscating a lot of the fight. It's yet to be taking place, but now, moving around, wrapping around, you can see that dimensional drift. It's ripped off. Something wants to clear most of the site out. A bit of peace of mind here for PRX, so the plan going down on top of it.
I think it's really important that PRX don't put their players in one-and-done positions now. They need to be playing off each other.
Zeken's so eager to take that fight.
Yeah, this is maybe a bit over-eager, but he's played the situation. He's played it perfectly.
It's impeccable. There was no cue for John to play off. He had no idea it was going to be that deep onto the line. Wrapping around here, bang.
He made the long pilgrimage through mid, through sewer, and he's rewarded with a gun.
Needs a few more. Hold on. Something's going to be dropped. There's another one on the table. Maybe there's a chance. Zekken.
One enemy
tippy-tappy,
remaining.
happy feet. Leaves it just down to Defy. At the blink of an eye. Bang!
That's going to get a huge reaction from Alex. You can't be losing a round like that.
PRX looking to put it back together once more. Players got to be ready that. And okay, Zekken was dealt with. Getting cheeky.
Every round, it feels like PRX are bunched up as 4 or 5.
Yeah.
So Sen, they know that they can take space on the opposite side.
Oh, ult's expended now with a showstopper into the hands of Jing and just snapped it to the side. Catches John in time. Satchel forwards. Regaining site control for them. It's not going to be a heaven plant. They've lost control of that entirely. It's Sentinels that are in a pretty decent spot to try and play this retake despite the player disadvantage.
Bang's in a decent position for a paranoia as well, but he's choosing to challenge elbow early.
Rock into the corner. It's all on this kill here. Something claims it. Cells is gone. Something going okay. Just swinging around to the side there. Hands himself to the Rate. Leaves it into this spot. Good flash round towards it, but it did blind up Bang in the process. So money's a bit skew-whiff all over the place here for Sentinels, but he might be able to do work with it. All depends on the discipline, and he just bides his time, holds it down, second shot. Pellets into the wall, saves the life of Jing. He's able to get that trade off and online. Fault line, even better. It's going to be slowing this one down, allowing Sen to try and get some bodies into the mix. Can they try and help them out? Bang, he's just drifting in and outside to side. Still, one player tucked towards the corner. Trying to take that swing to Vi. Just drops them all.
A 2v2 though, and Guardian retrieved for Narrate. Very winnable, especially with Zeken's information, but Narate's got to make sure he doesn't take a 1v2.
Here it is. Dimensional Drift spots them out. It's two players alerted to the presence, and it's not planted forward, and PRX know that they have to refight for this space all the way forwards again, out wide. Narate was high up onto the perch. Defensive angle and a swing through. Batman! No switch-ups. PRX. But it broke. I try to fix it.
They still have this combo, Fatal with the Omenal.
Bang. Has the exit, at least with the TP. Horn's going to be spawning him double TP. They're hot on his heels. Satchel in to just try and catch him round to the side. Now this is Sen getting into these anchor positions. Heal online, Nightfall's going to be connecting though, and that's going to be cutting away the sound cues. This is fast, hot, and heavy. It's what we're used to here with PRX, but they insert a bit of a pause. Looking for the response, and now they're going to see it. Signs of life out, and it's whiffy from Bang. The dog is missing, and right from behind, it's Orching. Lighten up the feed. Oh, 3 kills. One left to find. Spike going to be retrieved. Forsaken can get access to that one, but in a 1v3, Zekken is going to have to pull off a miracle.
The Spike is kind of committed.
Forsaken committed alongside it. Matters not with aim like that. Full retake going to be played here by PRX, but they have given up A Heaven. Screens control a lot of it. They're going to have to start to re-clear it now. We can see moves being made. Zekken holding the flash. A refight is going to be called for, and there it is. Paranoia forwards. Did not catch on to something though. He was the only player that could stand up to that. And indeed he does. Wins it out. Zelsis just trying to bide his time as well, wrapping from behind.
Oh my God.
He's that backup policy. PRX are not slowing down. They're not going to give you a moment to breathe. They've swarmed the site. Parman with the defuse already, and they're just trying to hunt down his last remaining players. Bodyguards.
My God, the damage has been done already, surely.
It has. It's the last resort at this point. Easily dealing with Zekken. Chopping him down at the knees with a Guardian in hand. Full group up from Sentinels. They're looking to really just try and take this one with bodies and by storm. But again, something is holding it down. Jing's by his side. Going to be calling for a refight of their own. Flash forwards, no connection. Nobody blinded, but okay. Defy! Trying to turn him into mincemeat with that judge in hand. There's a 2v3. PRX can't get too ahead of themselves. But so much damage done. Won't take much to bring down Zelsis and Narate.
An incredible confidence from something. Throws down the teleport into Mail, and then he's getting around all the way behind.
See him just through the X-ray. Paranoia is good. Blind's going to be slowing down. He approach once more. Smoke in their faces. They're just trying to push them into something.
They're
just
trapped.
in case they are. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. You're going to try and fight your way out. But against Forsaken.
Again.
Has to be. PRX up to 12 now. A lot of damage done. Jing decayed down. Going to be regenning all the way back up, at least partially. And this is a spread approach from Sentinels. We're actually exploring other areas of the map, not just A main for once. It's mainly PRX though that we're doing that on our own attack side. Still, it's nice to see that the rest of the split does exist.
Using double initiator utility to try to get up mid, put pressure on Devi. But these players with light armor, most of them. Oh no,
Forwards.
full armor, but still, they will go down like mulch.
On multiple fronts. Sentinels. They run over them B main, they run over them Heaven as well. That's going to unlock the site for their taking. Heal online as well, make sure to shore up the weaknesses, and PRX are going to try and play this one now. Patman and Jing side by side in a 2v4.
First time it feels
going for it.
Yeah, it's first time it feels like we've had PRX in a spot where they aren't ready to go for that flood defend. They aren't up players. Sen completely in their proper spots for the post plan. But also not really that much of an opportunity to upgrade to better weapons. There's still 3 on Sentinels that are running the Stinger and Bang with a Guardian. Can they get guns on the retreat?
Jing was hoping, I think, to maybe get an exit or two. Don't think you're going to want to keep the judge.
I mean, you don't necessarily need the exit kills here. It's a flurry of utility on both sides towards B main, but it's PRX who are more bold.
Drop Jing! He's just going walkabouts, hunting for a kill, but he's handed a freebie. Straight over here to Sentinels. Vi trying to re-clear some of that space and regain that gun. Does so successfully.
Poison's off.
This control, though, that Forsaken's got in B main is really important.
Yeah. He's going to be painting out a pretty picture now to PRX, and look at Devi, his position. He's moving over towards A to reinforce it. Just from that B main control, they've got the read that this is going to be ending over towards A. Up through heaven, flash, no connection, dodge for now! Devi! He's got the horseshoe out, don't know where it is, not going to ask for the location, but he's claimed 2 anyway. In a 4v3, something is close, and no one is watching! Devi's got an abundance of util here. That's a nightmare scenario to be facing. All in through the back, cuts out that avenue, especially against the pistols. How the hell do you break this in time?
At least they didn't send the retake utility before meeting the wall.
There it is. Smoke to replace it though. Gap into the wall, now you're seeing it. Going to be used pound for pound. It's another slow orb, slowing them all down. Retaking control, Zelsis might be a pivotal player. Swinging around to the side here to seize everything being used up towards the top. Pac-Man going to be gone second! He's lights out! 2 players immediately fall! Deep smoke. Judge into the hands of Zelsis. He's about to farm! Put him into the blender! Side by side though, Bang having a reload. He couldn't quite back him up in time, so they have handed over a gun still. Close quarters is what it's going to be favoring, and a slight swing out to Vi. Going to be dropped. Trip. Gone, taken out, but no control towards elbow, and Bang finally reveals his hand once more from that angle. Paranoia swings forward, sidestepping. It's John QT, still something there to receive. Open arms with the rifle in the hand, the rate only just accounted for, and he has picked up Pac-Man, and that means main control is theirs. PRX, they commit to the plant.
It's a weird situation. The retakers are going to find it difficult to come back through A-Link because Devi's put his wall down there, and Devi kind of solo fighting towards Spawn. PRX know they need to make a play. The weaponry's bad as well from SEN, and they are slow, aiming to be meticulous.
Trying to take the first fight. Second! Oh my goodness, barely there. Stinger in hand, something. Able to help out over the shoulder! But not anticipating Bang! Quick collection with the 2, and that... They go. Risky, haphazard, but here we go. It's a one-way setup. Jing! Beautiful movement! Still going to be isolated and taken out, but a glide into the slow. Zekken not to be denied his own. Into a 2v3 here. Spike's dropped down, but it is smoked off, so Forsaken can reclaim it. Safely for now. 24 seconds left. Plenty of time to get the plant down.
And look how passively Sentinels are. They're not going to cross this line until they're sure that the plant is down. They're never going to give an opportunity for Patman to walk up and get a free kill. Very disciplined from Sen. It's going to be tough for Forsaken to pick them apart.
But a TP, almost unexpected. The stun's going to be clearing them out though. B-hop into safety. Checks himself away. Smoke going to be blossoming now. Zekken. Just a bit of raw spam there into the smoke. It's Patman versus the world in a 1v3. You can hear it jumping around. Zekken willing to put his life on the line. Slightest a chance with the lineup, but all secured in the end here by Sen. See if that conditioning sticks. Right now there's plenty of bodies, and Sentinels reinforcing, gathering. Rocket finds its mark and more! Jing can't be stopped. All the way through, and he wants a little bit more! 3 on the board for him. And there's 2 left alive. He's going to go hunting. Paranoid. Blind as anything. 1 left to stand. The crowd wants it, you can feel it. A rumble on the stage.
And Bang does not want to give it to him. He's hiding towards Pillar. 4 and 1, still plenty of money. He definitely could go for it. He should go for it to try to limit the economy of PRX.
Bang drifting in. I know where he is now, closing the door straight on him.
And Jing is gonna hunt.
Running him down. Patman to receive. It's a bit whippy. We'll call it intentional. He's just trying to give him the kill.
At this point, I think Sentinels have the read that this is real B main again.
Surely.
Yeah.
Oh. The Hunter's Fury is going to be in that back pocket still, dark. Going into the back, Jing!
He's amazing on the entries.
He's straight in there. It's beautiful movement. TP though, reinforcements arriving. Bang is just trying to get into the action and the fray, and from behind Patman just cuts Zelsis to pieces still. Needs to play his life a little bit better here. He's being chopped down, chunked down. Chunk UT scrambling for a chance to reclaim some kills. Any semblance of control over to the round, but he's given up entirely at this point. They're ready
Can't
to
look
pounce
on the
him.
right.
I think as soon as he breaks this, and still from their side, it's bang! Can't get out in time. He overstayed his welcome.
Here's the gap.
Just the one, and there's a gap. Hold on, creeping straight past. All that noise, pressure
You
being
will
made.
not kill my
Rez,
allies.
save for a rainy day. Jing straight up and down once more. On the raid, he's hard committed into the fight. Paranoia.
Here comes Patman.
Squeaks, ults into the back. Patman's right there with him. It's an ult that's ended up being cancelled, just faking him out. Trying to make Sentinels think that they're in the walls themselves. Still it's a 2v4. Kills need to be earned at this point. Speed needs to be filled up, but it's just not happening. PRX have them surrounded.
Disciplined and passive. But Sentinels are giving so much space to PRX.
A lot of respect and a lot of trust, I think, in their retakes.
Very heavy trust in the retakes. Now, that did not work on Split. They won 9 out of 10 post plants, PRX.
Gave Jing the plan, he would have a showstopper, but he wants to keep the gun out for now. And taking a fight towards the back net, it's a good stun, does connect, and even out the follow-up, rolling thunder through and out, Hunter's Fury, classic juking, skipping and hopping, second, has access now. Flagpole going to be planted into the site, this defuse is stuck to half.
I mean, something is just looking to save his gun at this point. He's not even trying to win the round, he knows it is unwinnable. That's another perfect retake from Sen.
That's it. Letting it rip. Fault line's going to be slowing down Jing to deal with that trip. Broken for now. Into the corner. Close as anything. Zekken has not been accounted for, but he's still overstaying, still tucked to the side. Shorty in hand. Cryotonic helping. How the hell did he get out of this one? Going for the kills and a wall in his face to evacuate. Even the watchful eye through mid. He knows that that's a possibility. Gaps in a defensive player, Sentinels. Patman could be anywhere, and he's been good at slinking into them. Bang. It's all slow, it's all steady. And PRX, they jump on the chance.
What a contact play through the smoke.
Left wondering as well where Narrate could be, but it's a beautiful play for PRX to get set up into this one. Patman and the off angle. A lot of damage done. Drops Narrate down to 52 health, and even the Haunt missing. Getting a bit flustered perhaps into the moment. PRX not leaving anything for chance. They're doubled up here. Backside control. Someone with a dart to get their acknowledgement. That's what they were looking for. And Narrate is just left wondering, stewing, wondering how to win this possible chance. But he spotted the barrel, but time is running short. Time is running dry. It's ticking now. Narrate has got to get a move on. But if he makes noise, it won't play into his hands. It won't play into his odds. Look at Narrate's position as well. They all know this is going to be going towards B. There's a smoke. Paranoia does connect. It's going to go pound for pound, but Jing is straight past it and out. Kill's going to be claimed and collected here for Sen. And the Rez, yeah, there's no collecting those bodies either. There's no rate. Backstab we were talking about, there was no clearance in sight, and now he's just keeping them collected. Corralled into a corner. C's not going to be connecting, but he's got the spike down, and with 15 seconds left, there's nowhere to go at this point. Want to try and deal with his body, and Sentinels not willing to concede the space. They're still trying to make a go for this one. A bit of raw spamming through the box to try and defend it up through mid. It's Forsaken who's the one who's going to be going down.
Device Ultimate makes sure that this is only a 4v5.
I don't know if they know about this. Must have heard the satchel, but do they expect Jing to be up on top of the box?
And that Prowler's not going to tell him anything.
And he's going to take that timing and take it well! Jing!
He's amazing!
He's cracked it open! The A side should be theirs, but there's still 2 players left unaccounted out towards the back of the side, and PRX getting cold feet on that idea. They have lurks on lurks.
This is where PRX need to be regrouping, I think. You can't afford to have Patman and Jing be playing off on their own like this. Just group together, use the Viper ultimate, try to close out the round.
30 seconds left.
Patman should have a safe avenue to the rest of the team.
Very important fight.
And Jing, he survives. So danger probably averted at this point.
5 bullets. Commits to the reload, though. Plenty more to work with now, but he has to drop into the corner. You are kidding me!
Oh, what is that?
Get the hell out of here!
Oh, that is absurd!
Filthy!
That is truly ridiculous. And it's left Zekken in a 1v3.
God almighty.
Which he's not even going to go for.
He wants to try and deal with. Nightfall should be clearing this one up ever so slightly. Doesn't clear the back of the site, though.
And it doesn't hit Patman, which is huge.
Hold up to a degree. Random spam praying for a connection. Wall needs to be dealt with, finally broken, at least in one partition. Forsaken is going to be tucked into the corner still, caught by that stun to the side. Seconds all the way in and through, but unaccounted for. Forsaken, how long do you bide your time? Chooses to just take him out now. He's going to deal with the rest of the team though, and they are flooding in. Fast now, Sentinels trying to get a handle on it. And access and control is theirs now. Sailing sky high, and it is walking contact plays, but a jump spot might have just ruined it all, spoiled the surprise that SEN were going for. Maybe not. Gonna see it now. 3, 2, 1, and a swing for Paranoia to support from the side. This is PRX are the ones ready to collapse. Still jumping around, just making sure that they can bait and play their teammates in. PRX. Blinder of a pistol.
An ambush that completely caught the rest of SEN. And Celsius is getting bullied out of his position towards mid, pushed further and further away from the spike. And with only 45 health left, even a single body shot from Jing would take him down. Everybody on PRX grouped up as well. Forsaken going for a little bit of information.
Sniffing him out.
But then goes for the wide swing of Jing.
Still anyone's game.
I'm out of here.
This round though, I mean, massively favoured towards PRX. An opportunity to build up towards some of these big ults.
Sentinels putting their bodies on the line here. There's no trade, obviously, with the slow place down. You can hear it. And a good reposition by Pac-Man. He's even getting the accidental kills. Devi's ready to help him by his side. Spikes in the middle of nowhere. Not retrievable here. Why? Just making sure that they can slow down the inevitable approach, really. Sentinels are going at a bit of a glacial pace, but might be turning their sights up towards the top section of the mid. Fault line. No connection. Pac-Man not slowed down, not stunned up. Second, he's right in your face, and he's looking for the follow-up. Bang, just can't get it. Then the wedging was placed.
That's rough.
Sleep.
Narrate, though, has found a bit of an opportunity and more. It's grasped it with both hands now. Full control of market and the front of the site now. Access for Sentinels.
Incredible play from Narrate to get them back in. Might have another.
Yeah, could be. Beautiful with the positioning and even better with a crosshair placement. Even spotting out something. Deep Seas flash in your face, going to be blinded up, but he has complete control, and it just makes this hold that much easier here for Sentinels. Out wide, facing into many of them. Last one spotted something. There's not much you can do from this spot. Got to scurry and save. Again, all eyes on either side here, down towards mid. Smoked off for now, but calling for the 3, 2, 1 and a swing. That is good movement by Narrate. Stays alive for the 1 kill, but PRX had more than just a singular body trying to take that fight. Do it together. They end up on the better side of it.
Devi winning that with a bulldog. Second swinging, nobody else to try to support Narrate. So a little bit out of sync there, Sentinels. And we've seen that across 2 rounds now, despite the fact that Narrate was able to save the previous one. Now he's gone, he's dead. 3v4, somebody else needs to step up now for SEN. Good stun.
Yeah, it's good to push. Taking off that line, but immediately the Paranoia is going to be used to try and get him straight back in. Smoke fades though. Still opportunities are granted for these kills, and it's decent movement enough. Zeltas actually does manage to take out something, so putting a bit of a wraparound here. Forsaken is the one that's been put in a pinch.
Hasn't been able to find too many kills so far this map, Forsaken.
Just steps out wide enough for Zeltas to capitalize. This is now a 2v2, very winnable for Sentinels.
30 seconds left.
PRX not quite aware of the gaps in defensive play that they're putting up.
But they do know where both players are roughly. They know that John's on the plant. Celsius is defending somewhere. Walking
up now, steps up. That's a jump spot now. Spotting these players out. Slow walk. Way ahead of it. Down. Jing's up onto the high ground angle. And okay, there was 2 players ready to receive him. Takes down the 1. Zeltas is going to be out of action now.
No smokes.
Needs to be watched for. No smokes though.
Yeah, no smokes over towards spawn. And Forsaken's on the flank with a bucky.
Even committed here. TP forwards. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No way.
That's how you get value out of it. Beautiful play by Forsaken, and now that distraction being made. Narrate.
There.
Into a turn, spins. 180 all around. Second. Looking to receive a couple of bodies. Other end of his outlaw. Sight line is open. He spots him with a jump peek. Sets up John for it to buy. Almost makes.
On PRX has their ultimate to be able to work with.
And Pac-Man, it's instinctual from him. Cage goes up. Bullets go into it. Clear game plan.
And this now puts a bit more pressure over towards Bang, because with the trip disappearing on A, you're worried. Oh my god, and another sick shot.
This is PRX on top form.
Well, you haven't even forced out any ultimates here from PRX either. So this one's just a bit of a GG go next.
Yeah, scattered into the spawn just in case there are players creeping up onto the gaps. We can see Bang's there, Forsaken taking a bit of a jiggle.
It feels like PRX are trying to go for the same level of discipline that we saw from SEN, but they're all playing it alone.
God almighty, it's a bullet to the brain. He's luckily saved by the wall. Paranoia forwards. PRX just need to make sure to not leave any gaps, mistakes to be played into.
It is quite a committed position from something, and like I said, they're all playing alone.
I don't want to get too worried here. They still have the
30
player
seconds
advantage. It
left.
should be massive for them as long as they play with that discipline here. Plant, stuck, but John has an ult. Could look to expend it. Still has a slow and an aid in through the
player
back and
standing.
easily dealt with indeed. Divide. Safe pair of hands with him, usually is the case.
And still no ultimate forced out from PRX.
Much, but
They really want to pick. They really want to
they-
equalize numbers because their guns are just so much worse.
they need something, but it's been spotted out here. Stinger in your hand, bang, just about gets around the corner.
Now Zelsis becomes the lurker.
Snake bite though,
That's an unlucky one.
a bit of a spam on top of it. So Bang's going to be found here. Narrate forced to just get back a little bit still. Forsaken is up. They're going to have smokes to just block off main or the spike, whatever they choose. Playing through main is not going to be the ideal task for them. It's one way up now, and that backstab, as you mentioned, has to be coming to fruition. Forsaken accounted for. Still, there's players onto the spike now, tapping away, but there's that ult. Here it is, Roll of Thunder, push them back and away. PRX tapped for that one. They were hoping that it would pull out a bit of the big tools, and now running forward to try and take the play, and the Stinger cannot get it done. A lot pulled out of the war chest for Sentinels, but it's PRX who win the day. And Jinx goes straight down mid, rocket in your hands, and you are no more. Zelsis obliterated, turned into pink mist. Anyone seconds, Bang. Trying to step up and challenge, but can anyone get this guy out of here? Narrate to John. Seem to find themselves the likely contenders to be able to do so. They've stemmed the bleeding.
Just chilling at this point, I think, is advantageous for PRX. They can allow Narrate and John to leave because there's 2 free reses. Divide, though, is actually going for the info himself. If he had died there, wouldn't have been able to res Jing, but all good. They get themselves into a 2-player advantage. And again, by seizing control and tempo of the round with that fast dive down mid, a little bit reminiscent of what Forsaken went for previously, they've put themselves in a great spot. They did use almost every ultimate, though, to accomplish it. But as long as they can clean up John and Narrate, they will have crushed the economy as well.
Narrate and John tiptoeing, hoping that
30
somebody will offer them
seconds
a lifeline. Head on the chopping block, Patman. Not so likely. So I'm going to be caught by that seize as well. A bit of spam and straight bullets into the
Enemy
box, but
remaining.
no one watching for the back there. And now PRX look to swarm. They wanna
Senna
send
looking
it.
to go A again.
Yeah, this is 5 players grouped up.
Look
No
how fast.
obfuscating it. Jing is all the way down mid already.
Face your
Straight
fear!
up behind them. Nightfall's forward though. They want to take this one fast and loose. You can't afford to make mistakes at this point if you are Sentinels. Trip's going to be triggering. Zelsis, you don't know why, so you got to hear it now. The rumble of the footsteps in your face. He's primed and ready with the rifle in hand and trying to take that fight with the util. It's perfect. The timing could not be better. Zelsis wants a little bit more. Can he stun this push off from the flank? Defy! Not to be denied. This guy now taking control of the situation, but Sentinel's still on the site. Bang! Remove something from the picture. In through the back, John
Very decisive.
taking care of Forsaken.
Making sure that they delete the players in front, so it's only Divide as a threat. And he's left in a 1v3. Walled himself off even from going towards elbow.
Collateral damage in through. No damage to be dealt. Something is taking this alone. No coordination. PRX getting antsy, getting frantic. It's up to Patman to see if he can contain and maintain the team's composure. Divide reinforces one of the gaps.
I mean, the pace of the whole game has increased. Patman finding Zelsis in mid as well, and now finally a breather. But there are so many gaps around the map that PRX need to fill. A Divide could get caught. The more aggressive he gets.
And his wall fades too, he's going to have to commit. Yeah, playing a further back line and angle. Too many unknowns on the map right now for PRX, and it gives Sentinels free reign. Contacting, not necessarily something you want to do when you're going up against an operator, but
There's also no smokes, so no matter what, they're going to be taking risks. It is going to be, there are always going to be openings for Divide to take this shot.
Divide posted, second guess is it. It's a one-way propped up on top of it. That's going to be the fault line. Clearing the way.
Gotta go.
Horn to a degree, but
30 seconds
entirety
left.
of the site now theirs, and there's a reflank occurring. PRX from behind. Narrate's going to try and slow this one down. He's going to be buying it. At least time with the C's, and Narrate just peeks straight into it.
One
Divide.
enemy remaining.
The pincer maneuver is almost complete. It's just second left alone to try and pull off a miracle with a snake bite at your feet. There's absolutely no chance he can win that one. No one's watching his back in through the elbow angle. He's got a lot to account for here. Just trying to break some of that util as well so it doesn't get cleared all the way out. And, wow, really just overstays onto the line. Second is gone.
Spike
John
down
QT was
A.
next. Bang, it's up to him to deliver, but he's been put down, put to bed, put to rest. And PRX, eager for it now, hunting for that 12th round, getting cheeky with it in the process.
Sentinels are watching this map slip away from them. They had such a great start. Looked like they'd rebounded after getting flattened on split. But they can't put it together here on the attack side. PRX were playing a retake. They cleared mid, looking for Zelsis in the mid round. They know exactly where he is now.
Doubled up, leaving nothing to chance. Time played, but yeah, with discipline like that, and they could just crumble at a moment's notice. Flash avoided, Jing is there, but he's going to be taken out. No one to deal with a haunt over the shoulder,
And that's
commits into it.
That's such a valuable weapon to upgrade to as well.
Rolling Thunder now, it's available. Lays siege now to the other side of things, but it did not catch up to the buy. Propped up on a perch of his own making.
He's been so
Spike
good.
planted.
He's been so good with these walls.
And now he's going for a little bit more. Slowed himself in the process, can't really overstep.
Bang's paranoia here is amazing when the retake begins.
The re-flank occurring, Forsaken. Going walkabouts with something himself. Smokes are going to be dropped down here. Patience is called for from PRX themselves. Slow and close. Trying to play time and bait out these shots potentially for them. The range is going to do a lot. Right now, with the stinger in hand, finally deals with it again. The trap is triggered all the way from the side. PRX is there, and he's stopping this train. It's looking so damn unlikely, and it's up to the captain, it's up to
Enemy
John.
remaining.
Stinger in hand. Flash, he's got a bullet to supplement. He's got to run him down. It's a full stack.